Hello, my name is Felix Intro, and this is my first YouTube video. And I want to explain that I am a transgendered individual and that I will be making videos mainly because I promised my Facebook friends and family that I would start vlogging about my journey to reach the ultimate goal. And, um, well, this will be my first one. So today I'm going to start ranting and raving about being called the wrong pronoun other than what you feel. For instance, me being called a she when I really feel like a male or a he. A lot of times I'll walk around, and most of the time when people see me, they're not necessarily staring or like observing me. They'll be like he, and that's fine, and I'm okay with that. Obviously, I'm cool with that. But when people start looking at me and they start checking me out, it seems they look at my chest and they're just like, oh, she. It kind of pisses me off because obviously that's not what I feel. Let me get this straight as well. For anybody who knows, my surgery will be set on September 10th instead of the 12th. We rescheduled it. It is set in stone now. We put the 200 down for that date today. So my pre-op is August 30th at 3 o'clock, and we're on our way to the ultimate goal. So back to that. I have a crazy best friend who lives with me, and he's giving me certain advice on what to talk about, and he's telling me to rave and rant. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, what I'm trying to do. Mm. Good thing about yesterday when I was at work, 99% of my customers were calling me he, him, Sonny, Buddy, Bud, Bub, all that stuff that indicates that they're talking to a male, which made me extremely happy because the shirt that I wear, I'm assuming, hides a lot of what I'm trying to hide, and that makes me extremely happy. There was a woman, however, who came up to talk to me and she said, "Excuse me, son." And she looks down and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, or mija." And I was just like, it's okay, I prefer the other. And she looked at me like I was just, like, she was like, okay. And that's okay. Obviously, people don't have the same opinions and feelings that I do, but that pisses me off that older people, they're kind of, I want to say, tunnel vision about things. They're not really accepting to what the new age has brought and what it's bringing, and it's kind of uncomfortable. But other than that, it's really becoming an interesting journey on this, and it I haven't been called she that often anymore. I notice my friends and family, when they're talking about me and not around me, like they're away from me, they'll refer to me as a she. And I'll try to tell, like, the person telling me a story, make sure you correct that person and say that I'm a he because that's what I'm trying to do. And it's working. Most of the household has it, and they're getting it, and it's being an interesting journey, being with everyone's opinions and insight on what's going on. Um, it's awesome. Feeling what I feel, feeling like you're gonna accomplish things. It's becoming reality, and you sit there and you ponder about what could have happened, or what could happen, what could change, and you actually get excited for the reality. You're not really scared as you used to be, and I guess that's part of growing up. I mean, coming from the stage that I'm coming from and going into what I'm going into, you gotta go with the wind, right? Sweet. Um, I have supporters, a lot of supporters. My wife is a big supporter. Her kids, um, my best friend Kyle, and they live with me, so obviously they're my main supporters. A lot of people at work, they agree with me and they're there for me, and that's another thing I want to talk about. I feel like it's confusing to people, and it's confusing to me sometimes when they'll be like, "Oh, Felix, no longer who I am, who I was, in my given name is now Felix," and then they'll talk about me, and of course, they treat me like a guy, and then they'll turn around and say, "Yeah, she did this, and she said this, and she's over here," and I'm just like, isn't that weird for you, man? Like, doesn't that make you feel weird? I mean, you're treating me like your boy, but yet you're talking, like I'm a girl, and I understand it's confusing and it's hard to get used to, but it's coming from me, and being that I've been feeling like this for my whole life, it's annoying. However, I have to understand that people met me a certain way and they have to get accustomed to being what I prefer. And that will take time and patience. So, in the meantime, I will wait and be patient. Um, what else can I say? I recently got a promotion at work, and it'll help me out with paying off stuff that I have and getting closer to what I need to get to feel comfortable. Like I said, the surgery's on the 10th, and I'm gonna have to be out for 2 weeks because they're gonna obviously cut me from one side to my other side and just remove the breast tissue, and it's gonna be really traumatic to the body, and I'm not gonna be able to be moving as fast and stuff like that. And actually, the minimum amount that I can take off is 2 weeks, so I'm kind of pushing it there. It's exciting. It's something you try to work for, and you finally get it, and you don't know what to do with it. It's like a dog chasing a car, and he gets to the car and he's just like, okay, what now? However, I'm not calling myself a dog. It's scary. It's hard. It's something you got to get used to yourself as well. You're going through changes that you've always dreamed of, that you've always wanted, and you're getting it. Every single day you get closer and closer to it. And lucky for me, I'm in a generation where it's not that frowned upon anymore, and that it's not as hard to be me. I have to pay my respect to people who felt the same way I did 10, 20 years ago, maybe even 50 years ago, and they couldn't express what I'm doing right now, how I'm doing it, and I must say it must have been the hardest thing they've ever done in their life, was to be someone they never were. And I gotta give you my respect, props, because that has been the hardest thing I've ever had to do. So this video is short, and I will keep making them, I promise. Bear with me for the first video. I've been kind of stuttering, nervous, saying things I don't need to say, like and like. However, next videos will be better, more entertaining, funnier, hopefully. Just stick with me, and give me your opinion. You never be afraid to be who you are. You don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything. And if you have a dream, you go for it. Any goal, you set it. Make it believable, achievable, and do whatever you gotta do to do it. Alright, well, my name is Felix Intro, and I will see you guys later.